Boom, and there's the red light, meaning that we're live. Hello, everyone. Paul Wizzo. Got a couple of announcements that I'm going to read before my guests do their intro, and then we're going to get right on off into this thing. So I wrote them down this time because I'll be forgetting some of this shit sometime. Thank you to all my subscribers and followers. I appreciate your support. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll find the link in the description. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because I post according to my guest availability and not just on no fixed schedule. Remember that it is absolutely free, 100% free to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate it. I'm always looking for guests to be on Wizzo Talk. So if you feel like you'd like to be on Wizzo Talk, reach out to me, shoot me a message, or send a pigeon, a bat, EQ, a jet, or whatever, and we'll get you on the show. Don't worry about no topic, because I have plenty. I've also then got around to including something new to Wizzo Talk. So my link to my merchandise is off in the description. So if you'd like to purchase some Wizzo Talk merch, look up in the description and you should see it and check it out, see what you think. Those are your announcements. Take due notice thereof and govern yourselves accordingly. Let's meet our guest and we're going to get this thing going. Seven, come on, what you got?
Yo, more bliss, more life. This your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka Pomegranate Samurai, man. Y'all can check me out. You know
Pomegranate Samurai.
You never heard him say that?
No, I ain't never heard you say that.
Bro, the Pomegranate Samurai, bro. That's my gamer tag, bro. I'm on all that shit, man. Yeah, man. Y'all can check me out, man, on under Cosmic Currency 777 on Spotify. You check Wizzo Talk out on Spotify, man. You can Google After Real Truth, all one word, man. Check out some of my art, my clothing. Grab some if you like, or just check it out. You can save some, save it, just screen save it. It don't even matter, man. It's an honor yet again to be here.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's up. Before we meet my next guest, I'm gonna say, yeah, that the merch is fire because I already I already done got me some of that fire merch, so I appreciate that. And but Seven, before we meet our next guest, what's up with your background? What's up with that right there? What's the meaning behind that?
Mr. Insane Asylum, man. These padded walls, man, it represents America, man. I put this up here, man, so a lot of your fans, man, a lot of your guests can feel right on at home, man, because it's what some of them need to be.
All right, that's what's up. All right, cool. That's what's up. All right, then let's come on there. Ready, Rico, what you got?
Hey, what's going on? I'm back once again, blessed, happy from the podcast If Relationships Could Talk. And that's the name of it on all major platforms. But you can follow me at Riding with Rico on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of the above. And you can call me the Tangerine Ninja.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn go minute.
Help myself.
How the hell you get to be a tangerine? What
Hey, here's Pomegranate Samurai. I came up with right there. Tangerine Ninja popped in my head.
I like that though, man.
Can't take y'all nowhere. Ah, damn. Okay.
I'm sorry, man. That was man.
Hey, well, it's all good. Hey, like some of them old Baptist preachers say, y'all, we ain't gonna be long, but you ever know whenever they say that they ass gonna be a long time. So the purpose of this, the purpose of this podcast right here today, y'all, we just got a little shit talking going on. But for whether you watching it now or you watching it later, y'all tune in. I have one coming up on the 13th and another one on the 17th and the 25th that we're working on right now. So this one right here now is just a little shit talking podcast where we just talk a little shit, say what's on our mind. You know how it is here on Wizzo Talk. It's uncut, it's unedited, it's unrehearsed, it's all that shit. We don't do none of that. So with all that being said, let me go come out with one of my first little talking points right here. And Jason was on the show here a while back and he talked about how America is a bully. They just take whatever they want. You know, he said something to a reference. I can't remember. The America want to do whatever. They take the fucking U.S. Ronald Reagan and they park it over there and they dare you to say anything or do anything. So I say that to say, it's just a lot of rich white people that just want to just take shit. They don't want to earn nothing. They just want to go on and take it. Yeah. So you say, well, Wizzo, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm glad y'all asked that because I'm going to tell you. You look at 45, 47. He say, shit, if they ain't gonna give us the Panama Canal back, we're gonna go take it. You know, whatever they want, they're gonna take it. Elon Musk, I think he's the president. I think Trump is the puppet, and he's taking this and taking that. They just take. And I heard, I believe it was in Trump's first term when he won president. Louis Farrakhan said, listen at him, listen at that thug in him. He talk about, we're gonna go over there and we just gonna take the oil. We ain't got to give it to us. They don't have to give it to us. We're going to go over there and take what we want. And then it kind of remind me of Putin. I mean, here he is trying to take Ukraine, but he didn't got his ass up into a battle for a lot longer than what he thought he was going to be in. So I'm just talking about, you know, and you guys can come in. If not, we'll move on to the next one or whatever. But I just wanted to put that out there because just a shit talking podcast. They just want to just take whatever they can. They've taken from whether people identify as African Americans, black, chocolate, melanated skin, or whatever. They taken and stole from them. They just take whatever they want. I'm gonna yield my time back and let some comments come in. What y'all got in on that?
You going first?
No, you go ahead.
Hey, I was in the military, so he is exactly right. That is what we do. Go and we take. I've been in Iraq, I've been in Afghanistan several times, and when we were there, they were saying we were there for the people. I've been called in and seeing a town getting attacked, and they tell us let them die. Basically, don't leave that pipeline because they're taking that. That's what the Iraq war was really about, getting control of that oil over there coming through Iraq on them pipelines. But he's exactly right. We don't. And they're the people who are savages. Like if you throughout their history, they used to kill one another till they found out it was other people in the world to kill. Like all the things they have done to our people, using the babies as gator bait, putting kids in the ground and kicking them till their heads come off, eating our people, just killing them for no reason. They savages. And in my opinion, and I'm sure it's Sevens as well, the only thing those people will ever understand is more violence. That's it. They don't respond to violence, and money are the only things that those people respond to. So for my people, with what I'm seeing, and I know what's to come, you need to start getting you some weapons because there's going to be a lot of violence coming from those people. And the only way to protect yourself is with, if not the same, if not more violence.
Right. And Rico, you Seven, I think Rico is kind of delayed in the speech, isn't it? To you, it seemed like?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but we still getting everything, but you just a little bit delayed in it. But we got everything that you was putting out. We got all that. And
Okay.
and I know Seven talks about, regulating on their ass quite a bit, and I've also said that, they're not going to attack, so to speak, a one-on-one person. They're going to be into a pack of them to try to go on and retaliate against somebody or jump somebody like that. I mean, it goes way back until beginning of whatever. You look at them and it's always a pack of them, like a pack of wolves looking for some easy prey. But I'm gonna let Seven go ahead on a comment on anything you want to comment on.
Well, just to elaborate on what my man was saying, pretty much, man, if we go back just into history, right, and we look at the people who write history is never written by the people who live successfully and cohesively with the land. You know what I mean? It's always about the people who conquered and killed, so we got to look at that. So these people who have conquered this land, so-called America or whatnot, right, of course they're savages and they're going to be taking everything they want. We really have to look at their culture. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like, pale-skinned people don't really have too much culture. But if we look at the culture that they do have, it's usually about destruction and killing. You know what I mean? That's all they understand because they're a very primitive and very young species of human, So when you look at them, you see a lot of the things that they love, they kill and hang their heads on the wall. You know what I mean? So you look at why they love Jesus so much, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them believe they people was the ones who killed Jesus. So, you know what I'm saying? They hung that man up, but that's what they be so they love it. They love that type of stuff, bro. When it comes to that type of stuff in their culture, you know what I mean? Death is what they idolize. And when you look at where they come from, death is all they ever really knew. because they came from a cold place. So a lot of that stuff is about death. We celebrate a lot of stuff in the cold season, right? That's what they worship. They worship that type of death, bro. So we have to look at that type of stuff and really understand who they are. So we can't really say that it's America conquering. We got to say it's the pale skinned people that's running this little company, or you know what I'm saying? Right. We have to look at it like that, though. And until we get them out the way, right, it's always going to be destruction. Now, when it comes to our people and following behind them, until our people get from behind their money, right, a lot of our people are scared to step away from the government and to fight back to the government because they feel like, well, I'm going to lose my money or I'm going to lose my benefits. And we've become so dependent on this system from our enemies, bro. It's really sickening to our people. Like I was telling y'all before, like, bro, you know, if you still going to the doctor and you getting all this stuff done and you trusting their medicine, when they've openly said they get paid for making you sicker, you're mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? You have to really pay attention to that and understand how to heal yourself. Then I heard another lady saying that we need to have more black doctors. Well, what is that really going to accomplish if we keep putting ourselves in their system and being taught by them, bro? You know what I'm saying? We still going to be taught by Big Pharma. This still them. We're still going to be poisoning our own people. We really need to step outside of this system and get back to where we came from and then get out of their culture. Like we're like so brainwashed into their culture that a lot of people, if you ask them like 10, 15 years ago what their favorite movie was, a lot of the people were like in my generation would tell you Scarface. And it's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? That's weird because that's just drugs and violence. Like it's nothing positive. So we're being brainwashed continuously to try to be like our enemies instead of listening to the ways that our elders were telling us back in the days, you know what I'm saying, to be cohesive with the land. Like we don't see that because all we think about is money. You know what I'm saying? And the money is destruction because it's destroying our communities. It's not building it up.
Yeah, it's not the money, it's the love of it is what's destroying it. The love of money. I wanted to think about what Wizzo said a little bit. There's a rise in attacks by them people on our women, on black women. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing it on social media. They're going to attack in packs, or they're going after our women. For our men, if you're a melanated man and you see a melanated woman being attacked by one of them men, you need to step in. And shame on you if you do not, because them cowards, all they're going to do is try a man want to fight a woman. I just seen it online earlier. This white man just kept calling this woman, yeah, you're a nigger. What you gonna do? Nigger, 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 nigger. I don't care if you videotaping me. And he was talking about he run his own business. Mm-hmm. But it was a man talking to a woman. So, you know, she knew she couldn't whoop him. He was a lot bigger than her. Right. So protect those women.
Right. And, you know, I'll say this on that note right there, you know, and I don't think that the average black man going to stand by and let that shit happen. Now, he may stand by and let him verbally say whatever he wants to say, but I don't think he's going to let him put his hands on that woman. I don't see that happening. I hope not. Yeah. I mean, if he does, I mean, I don't really see it happen, but it might. Seven, what were you kind of nodded on there? You think it's possible that he might stand by and let that happen?
Yeah, I think so, man. We have to look at the mentality of the culture and how we've been swayed to really be against each other. If you look at social media, everything is about us tearing down our women and our women tearing down us, right? So if we have that going on, bro, you got to think about this. Like, and also they've been pushing a lot of stuff over the years about women being more independent. And I'm not saying women can't be independent, but I think it's very critical, especially for the black family, that every woman finds herself a man. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to be cohesive because the men are the protection. You know what I mean? And a man is more inclined to protect a woman that he's with than protect a rando that thinks that she don't need a man to begin with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women, you'll try to stand up for, and they be like, I don't need you. And then they get knocked out. And then we talk about some, see, that's why black men ain't shit, they ain't for us and all that. But it's like, you know, so it's really like, I feel like a lot of women need to get themselves a man. And I've been saying this for a minute because the way society is going, every woman gonna need a man at some point to protect them. Because if you're a woman and you ain't got no man, unless you know how to battle, bro, you gonna be a sex slave. That's how it's gonna be for real. They gonna snatch you up and take you somewhere and chain you down somewhere. You know what I mean? So every woman need a man, bro, for real.
Definitely. They Oh, what you go ahead?
No, go ahead, Rico.
Oh, I was just gonna say that that all began, man, back in like the 50s when the welfare started removing the black man from the house. And then in the beginning, they they empower black women to help belittle black men and keep the black men and women divided. And it's working. I mean, and so many other black women, they falling right into that trap thinking, oh, I'm this, and why you ain't doing this. It's because they want you to do that to make the black man look bad, to keep us divided so that we won't protect y'all. Because at the end of the day, they want to get rid of as many as us as possible because they can control you. They're terrified of men. So he's right. Every woman needs to get up under men. I put a video out about that last week for what's to come. What is your brother or boyfriend? You need to get close to men because it's some things coming to this country and them white men going to act the fool. So please, ladies, get up under the protection of a man and get your own weapon.
Right. And definitely get your own weapon. And you're gonna have some women that's gonna say, I don't need a man, I can take care of myself, and that's what they're gonna say. But I just believe that I don't really see. Well, I mean, it's possible, but I don't see the average. I'll just say the average black man standing by letting a white guy beat the shit out of a black woman. I mean,
I hope not.
I don't really see it. Anything is possible, but.
Yeah, you don't see it because that's in your heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are.
He thinking with feelings.
But there's a lot of men out here, and honestly, bro, I might even just gonna say it. Oh, it's a white man. I done seen brothers stand out here and watch other brothers beat on a sister. You know what I'm saying? And not step in. Mm-hmm. So if you'll do that, then you let a white dude do it. A dude is a dude. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think it's important for any woman that would be listening in the future or right now, right, to understand that when I say that you need a man, that it doesn't mean that you have to be under the man as for like he need to be telling you what to do. It's that you need to have a cohesive team with the man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're a woman and you maybe let's say unless you're a soldier, right? Like you know what I'm saying, you really been on it. Bro, if you a woman and you got like 2 or 3 other women with you, unless y'all know some weapons and y'all got them, like if your house is rushed by like 10 dudes, like what are they really gonna do? Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people need to think that like that because when everything crashes, a lot of people are gonna be moving in units, bro. Like wolves.
It's coming. It's coming. It is definitely coming. The U.S. economy. These people are gonna rob the government. Crash the economy and put us into a depression. Did you see where the treasurer guy, he resigned because they were trying to force him to give Elon Musk access to the U.S. government payment system? Yeah, and he wouldn't do it. They're gonna. That's what it's a big. They're gonna rob the government blind and crash the economy. Yeah. But this is what some people wanted, especially white women. Look at them online now crying about because they're losing their jobs because they didn't know that DEI, they the #1 recipient of stuff like that and affirmative action and all that. Now they talking about, I lost my job to DEI. I thought that was just black people. Yeah.
And I have that in my notes that I was going to talk about because someone sent me a video and I don't really follow the DEI. I didn't really pay much attention to any of that. So someone sent me a video and it was talking about how it mainly affects white women and white men and so forth and so on. But then someone sent me a video talking about how it affects, black people, whatever. So I'm like, well, goddamn. I mean, who is it really affecting or whatever? And I hear them canceling out this and taking out all this DEI shit. So you're saying that it mostly affects the white women and the white men.
I looked it up. Not white men. White men is not a part of it. Okay. I looked it up. The #1 people who were recipients of DEI and affirmative action and stuff like that, white women. Then it's Spanish people as a whole, Indians, the Asians, then the LGBT people, the Q people. And it's one more. Black people are #7. We were only like 13%. White women was like 70-something%. Black people #7 when it came to benefiting from that. So it really didn't benefit us. It benefited everyone else. But because they thought that they was taking away things from us, everyone jumped on the bandwagon. And now they're finding out that it was you, white women, who was the major benefactor of affirmative action and DEI and all of that stuff. So I'm good. I'm happy for him.
And a lot of them, like you were saying, are Trump supporters. So now that he's
Yeah.
canceling all that shit out, and they
Mhm.
looking at getting rid of the Department of Education and all these other
Yeah.
organizations and all that. And I know without a doubt, I'm sure that a lot of them voted for 45,
Yes,
47.
they did.
You know,
Yeah, they did.
but
They dummies because they don't read. They talking about we don't read. No, they don't read. They sit there and listen to this idiot and believe everything he say. This man most of the time can't put two complete sentences together without saying something. He is so look. You could talk to him and say, no, you didn't do good on this. Man, he gonna forget every damn thing he was talking about and gonna prove to you how good he at it. He's a child. He's an 80-year-old child mentally, but white people want him in charge for whatever reason.
well, let me ask y'all this. So if it mainly benefits white women, then why are I've seen videos of a lot of the black guys talking about boycotting Walmart and Target, Target for
That country
DEI
came
and
out.
stuff like that. Yeah. So why is that? You know, why y'all think that is? If it mainly, do they not know, haven't done the research, or what?
It's because Target and Walmart, when they done away with their DEI programs, what that done was they took all of the people, including black people or people who were
Damn, he froze.
Because he's getting into this spicy shit.
considered.
Damn, you
Did
freezing
I
up,
freeze
Rico.
again? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My internet must be tripping tonight. It ain't never did that before. But what I was saying was they're mad and boycotting Target and Walmart and stuff. It's because every minority person that had merchandise on their shelves, they took all of their stuff off of the shelves. So they're not selling their products in Walmart and Target anymore. Well, actually, Target just put out a statement yesterday saying they going back, they implementing all their DI hires. And that's because people stopped going. Their stock and stuff started falling. Things wasn't coming off the shelves. So Target put out a letter say they implementing all DEI back into their stores and everything. Yeah. I told you the only thing they understand is money and violence.
The damage should already be done.
Yeah, their stock plummeted. Yeah, because people stopped going there. But that's why they're talking about boycotting, because they took all the black people merchandise off of their shelves. And the ice cream company Ben and Jerry is owned by white people. But because they said that they wasn't going to do away with their DEI stuff, Walmart, man, you go in Walmart, anywhere there's Ben and Jerry's ice cream, those coolers are locked up. They won't let people buy it. Yeah. Yeah, it was here where I'm at, and I saw some more online. Ben and Jerry's ice cream is locked up because they don't want to let them make money because they won't do away with their DEI stuff. Yeah, yeah. And Agent Orange, Dumpy Pants, the president, Bank of America and Chase said they wasn't doing away with their DEI. He gonna say, well, they must don't want any business from the government or from conservatives if they don't want to do away with DEI.
Bullet.
Yeah.
Bullet.
Yeah.
What up, Seb? Oh, go ahead, Rico.
Oh no, I'm done. Go ahead.
What up, Seb? What you got on some of that? I know with Seb which way he gonna go, but go ahead, Seb.
Hey man, listen, man. Like my man said, all they understand is money, man. Honestly, and once you start to take that away from them, then they start apologizing. You know, I was told that Target had put out that statement yesterday, and they said that when they had misspoken, and I'm like, well, Target got too much money to be misspeaking on any goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, that's wild. We talking about a big corporation. So now that what they doing is they just trying to publicly apologize and put stuff back. While all they black products is like more down 30 to 50% on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really interesting when you start to see these things. Amazon is under fire too, though. There's a lot of places that is under fire. But honestly, what I think is this whole little DEI thing, right? It just opened the door for the prejudice that has always been there, that motherfuckers had to swallow. You know what I mean? And just deal with it. So now they get to be themselves again. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So now this motherfuckers being able to show their face and show you who they really are. And that's good because now we know who we really dealing with, which we should have been already known. Shit don't never change. Like I tried to tell somebody in the hospital today, all these motherfucking doctors and shit in here racist, bro. You don't ever know who the fuck is under them Klan masks. You them be your doctors, your lawyers, or police officers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta operate like that, nigga. When I see a motherfucker, I don't fuck with your energy. you the enemy. But we don't think like that, bro, because we think about stuff as being easy. And when we think about black people opening up stores and like that, people don't want to do business with them because they think about quality. So you know what I'm saying? You look at a black-owned toilet paper manufacturer and you be like, oh, well, the quality not going to be as good as the white people. Yeah, motherfucker, maybe not. Probably because they motherfucker ain't got that far yet. You know what I'm saying? They need people to put that money in there and they'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, I see people be like, oh man, I can't fuck with this black-owned leather store because they not like Louis Vuitton. Look how long Louis Vuitton been around. Look how much money I done put into that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like Black Wall Street. You put enough money into this shit, of course, that shit gonna shine better. But people are lazy and they don't want to see something grow from the ground up. They only want to touch something that's already established. And that's the problem with our people when it comes to us building. A lot of our people are so closed-minded, we don't even understand how segregation fucked our shit up. We had our own bus companies. We had damn near everything of our own because the white people wouldn't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Taxis, buses, all this shit. You know what I mean? Plumbers, and we had our own doctors. We had all our own shit in our own communities. But because we wanted to be equal to these other motherfuckers, right? All our shit got fucked off, and we don't see how that hurt us. Just like a lot of women don't see how that transgender shit hurt them. You want these transgender people to be equal to women. Now they in your sports whooping your ass, and now you complaining.
Yeah.
Same thing with civil rights, bro. You know what I'm saying? We want to be equal to them. Now they fucked us over, and we don't have no businesses. You know what I mean? So it's like, when is our eyes gonna open to this shit?
Yeah, and I just to piggyback on just a little bit as far as a black-owned business, a small business, because I said this, I don't know, here a while back, just because like if Rico has a store where he's selling shirts and caps, and the caps are $10 more than what Walmart has or whatever, people want to go and run to Walmart. Well, Rico can't afford to get that stock and build up like Walmart get and get that quantity. He's a small business coming along, so go and show him some love or whatever to support that small business. But they quick to go and run over to Walmart, Target, or some other place like that instead of going supporting that small business. But look at this though. I bet at some point in time they traveled, went on a plane, went on a vacation, stopped in 7-Eleven, stopped at the gas station, and that 49 cents bottle of water that they paid $3 or $4 for, what's the difference? Exactly. The difference is because they gave it to that white man instead of giving it to this black man to their own. But my point is, they've overpaid. You know, you go to the airport. A lot of us have been flown before. You go in the airport, bottle of water, damn near $5 for a bottle of water. The water is cheaper. The water is more than the soda because they know a lot of people drink that, you know, that water. You go to a sporting event. So the list goes on and on. You've overpaid for it, but yet you don't want to come to Rico's store right here and buy this shirt because it's $10 more than what somewhere else can get it. It's bullshit, you know. But
it is. As a whole, as our people, the dollar of black people stays in the black community like 45 seconds. Yeah. That's it. That's sad. We can never have our own if we don't support our own economically, which is when you go to a different town or when you looking to go out to eat. I get on Google, Bing, and all that. Just search black restaurant or black companies that sell whatever it is that you're looking for. That's what I do. That if I'm in a new town, first thing I look up soul food restaurants or black-owned restaurants, you know, things like that. And that's what me and my wife, my family, that's what we'll go eat at. Little things like that matter because the only way we're going to truly gain any type of economic advantage in this company is through the power of our money. Remove our money from their system, flood our communities with that same money, and watch us flourish. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And I feel you on that because I looked up a gun store and I asked Seven to ride with me up to Austin, but shit, thing about it is they closed so damn early, but we had to go up one weekend and shoot up there. But my point is, it's black owned. You know, I could easily go to Academy or to some of the Dicks or whatever, but I don't want to go there. I want to ride up to that black owned gun shop and see what they represent and try to see about getting me an LR from there or something like that, you know. So
what's the name of it? Because I'm looking to buy some more weapons myself.
Man, I have to look it up. It's in my phone. Okay. But I'll look it up and send it to you. But it's right there in Austin, and I get with you on it. So, Seven, did I hit with you on bringing some up before I go to something else?
I mean, y'all keep going, bro. I'm liking this. You had already started talking about what I wanted to talk about anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I saw that STW FTV had popped in. That's some cats up out of Dallas, they studio. I didn't get to send a shout out, but I did share they holler at us on the screen and stuff like that. But this is one of the things that I do. So I'm sure each one of us has white people or white friends on our Facebook page, I'm assuming, right? Some white people. We have some. I know I have some, whatever. So I see more black people posting because they got Trump then won than I see the white people posting. I haven't seen one, and I follow them, so maybe I'm just not going down the feed for enough. But I see it's like 2 or 3 black people, man. I see posting about Trump like crazy. And I'm like, okay, it's your guy. He didn't won. I can understand the other people posting about, um, they were Democrats, whatever, and talking about against Trump. But this guy, this other lady is for Trump. I already know where 7 stands with um, politics, period. And I know where you, Rico, stand. But I'm just saying, I don't understand, and y'all may comment on it, you may not, but I just want to know, why is it that, and they friends of mine, so they may watch this, they may not. Why are the black people doing so much posting? Your guy won. Move in silence. Or you just trying to brag, or you just trying to, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do. But that's my question right there.
Look, I think that they just happy idiots, because that guy is never going to do anything for them. Not one thing. And from day one, they're showing you. I have male friends that voted for him as well. and now that they see what he's doing, they always sending me messages trying to say, well, I did it for this reason. Well, they were all about the gay people and transgender and the Democrat. I couldn't do that. That's going against God's will. I say, don't try to justify what you done by telling me. I didn't ask you. Voluntarily sent me these messages. You're feeling guilty about what you've done, and you're looking for someone to help you feel better about what you've done, because you hate yourself right now.
And before I let 7 go and cut him up some, don't come at us with that God's will shit. People want to use the Bible for this, and that, and this. They ass probably out there doing more sleeping around, doing more whatever. But you want to talk about God's will now, Yeah, exactly. And then I'll just go on and say, I'm not sure that the black people of color, whatever, doing it to be accepted. Maybe not. They just roll with the Republicans like that, but you would never be accepted into them. I mean, look at his cabinets right now. He's not hadn't put one person in a top leadership position. When he had Ben Carson, I think Ben Carson was a surgical brain doctor. He put him over housing and HUD. Now he put another black guy over that same thing. Yeah. So all them other Uncle Toms that was up there doing whatever they do to 45, they wasn't. Long story short, you'll never be accepted. Soon as the Klan break in the room and your black ass is sitting there, they're gonna say, y'all get him. There he is right there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
They dummies like Tim Scott and Byron Donaldson, and that I can't think of that dude's name. Some Johnson out of North Carolina. Man, they don't get y'all. And he called Daddy's back. Byron Johnson was on the news, Fox News, talking about Daddy's back, talking about Trump. I'm like, wow, really? Because if they can't, once everything kick off, and if they can't find no black people to get, guess what? Your black ass, Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice, they gonna get your coon ass too, because they hate you. They're using y'all right now, and when you have no more use, trust and believe, is people behind the scenes. How much we gonna get your ass? You just don't know it. They just dumb. For real, they idiots, man. Those people will never accept anyone. I even tell white women that you don't realize white men love themselves more than they love you, because everything that they make, the laws and stuff, is to protect them, to protect white men. There's no protection in there for white women. Y'all come with it, but it's mainly to protect one another. So them Negroes, they big ass dummies. They are.
All right, 7, what's on your mind?
Man, I'm just sitting here thinking like why the reason why a lot of black people don't want to spend money with other black people. It really stems from a level of self hatred, so much so
Yep.
that they think that these people are going to love them and accept them. You know what I'm saying? I had dated this girl once, and her brother, he hated me so much, bro. He told her that I was a Moor. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to make it seem like I was bad, even though Moor just means you have dark skin. So technically, we all would be considered Moors. But you know what I'm saying? The guy, he went to law school. He graduated, passed the bar exam, became a lawyer. And when he became a lawyer, the white lawyers used to tear him a new asshole, bro. And he would come home depressed and he wanted to quit after he did all this shit and became a lawyer. And I just tried to tell this guy, like, nigga, why'd you ever think that these white motherfuckers was going to accept you in the first place, bro?
Yeah.
You crazy. This they system. They don't want you in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though this nigga hated black people just as much as they did. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. But the thing is like, black people will not ever going to learn, bro. We dealing with a level of like Stockholm syndrome where motherfuckers can't see past the enemy, bro. We love them. We looking at people like Serena Williams and like, bro, what the fuck is going on with her? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she turned into a white lady. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. I ain't saw it in a while, but I've heard that.
Eve. Like like I was telling y'all before, man. If you pay attention to all the pro-black motherfuckers from back in the day in the 80s now, and you look at them now, these niggas is playing clean-collared motherfuckers, police officers, blonde hair, black women, all type of dumb shit that they would have never did back in the day. They lost themselves. And that just goes to show you how easily when people get around this money, how they influence them to want to be like these people. When it comes to Trump and them motherfuckers they never liked us.
No.
The people that was with them was retarded, you know what I'm saying, honestly. And then when you really think about it, when it comes to Christians and voting, I really feel like Christians, if they truly believe in God, they wouldn't be voting in the first motherfucking place, man. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? That's like false idol worship when you really think about it. But a lot of Christians don't think, you know what I'm saying? They just go with the way the world is and just do whatever. People don't think. Honestly, if black people were smart, none of our people would have voted at all, and we would have stormed that bitch and took this country back by storm, bro. You know what I'm saying? We should have gotten with our motherfucking Hispanic brothers and sisters, although they can be pretty fucking racist towards us too.
Yep.
For some reason, everybody hates us though. But
because we are the chosen people.
The thing is, right? Everybody hates us because we're the oldest species on the planet. We're their parents. You know what I mean? And everybody hate their parents for some odd reason at some point in their lives, bro. Motherfuckers, they hate them. You know what I'm saying? Which death on them, they hate their parents so much until they start to understand everything comes from us, bro. We didn't gave these niggas jazz. We didn't gave these niggas hip hop, rock and roll. We didn't gave these niggas science, math. We didn't gave these niggas everything, and they act like they hate us. Like, nigga, you couldn't have built any of this shit without us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing little white kids on a video game talking down about black people. Nigga, you wouldn't be playing a video game if it wasn't for a black man and a black woman. So it's like, bro, what the fuck, man?
They don't realize it.
We started trying to get their acceptance, and we not understanding that, man, we the apex, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, we're not sticking together like that, though. But I did have one point when you were saying something, but shit, this thing got away from me along them lines, but I knew I was intending to write it down.
You gotta get one of your pens like I do. I write down what my
I got one, but he was going so good, and I was listening to it. I forgot to write it on down, but it'll come back to me in a little bit, you know, or something like that. But I feel everything that you're saying on it. So, but I just forgot my damn point on it. You know,
I don't know why we forget all the shit that we've done through history as a collective. I really feel black people hate each other to a point so much so now that, man, it's gonna take some devastating shit for us to come together. You know what I mean? It's happening.
Exactly, and it is coming, and that's why I keep making these videos preaching unity. Let go of all these little things you have with your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, close family member, because you mad because somebody said they said something. It's time to let all of that go, because you will not be able to make it with what's to come without being a group, a family as a whole, for protection, for food, everything that you're going to need. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. I've literally already started implementing safety precautions and things to do when things happen with my kids. I tell them, they know if I send them 911, there's things that they need to do and there's a place that they need to go just in case we can't communicate anymore or for something like that. I already have stuff like this planned out. And anybody that look like us and you're watching this, you need to start making a plan as well. The men, you got to get back to being men, and women, you're going to have to get back to listening to a man, because a man can't protect you if you're unwilling to listen. But it's time to let go of all the BS, because those people are getting stronger by the day as long as that man is in power. He controls the military. So you got to let go of all that little anger issues.
And just for my guests and viewers out there that may be watching right now, we just covering up some random topics, some random shit, voicing our opinion on different things. And just like you to remember that it's 100% free to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate your support. You might not like it, what's going on or what we'll be saying, but if you share it, somebody else might like it. So just share it. It's free. I share so much shit that it's unreal. So
exactly, don't cost you nothing. That's another thing wrong with our communities: jealousy. Oh man, jealousy, man. Instead of actually asking that person, man, how did you do this? And how you'd rather not support them and talk about them. I done seen it too many times. I seen it against people that I used to be cool with, and I thought they thought like me, but clearly they don't. Because if you tell me you don't like someone and I ask you why you don't like, I don't know, I just don't like them. I can't be around that. You jealous of them. That's what it is. And it has to stop. Stop being jealous. Ask that person, how did you do this? And then I promise you they will help you. Yeah. Come on, the jealousy.
And along that note right there, I've had several people that ask me about podcasts. And, I help them with what little bit I know, but I let them know that some of the stuff I'm doing may be the hard way or whatever. I've learned along the way, and I'm still learning, how to go. I'm learning using this Restream, this program right here. I still haven't, so to speak, mastered everything that I can do with this program. So, but my point is, if they ask me, shit, I don't mind sharing it. I share it in a heartbeat, what I know. Exactly. And then I've talked about this once before, Rico, but hell, I met Seven in the hallway at work one time. And shit, we've been talking and cooling the fan ever since, and he'd been on the podcast multiple times because Seven stay ready to go. All I got to do is, when I send him a message, I already have yes by his name because I already know his ass going to say, yeah, he ready. But he's been cool with me ever since that I met him in the hallway. I appreciate him, coming on all the time and being ready. Haven't let me down. I've had people that I've invited to try to come on, and they say yes, and then I don't hear from them. That's why I usually invite more people, because some of them just drop off and they don't say shit. So I
have a friend, Big Jolly is what we call him. But he got some stuff he want to talk about. I said, man, I'll ask Wizzo. I said, man, I'm sure. He said, I want to get some stuff. I say, it's you could say whatever you want. He said, I could say anything. I said, man, unfiltered, uncut. You could talk about anything you want to. And I was gonna talk to you about him. Would it be okay?
Hell yeah. All you gotta do, man, just like you just send me a message and maybe he can come on the one on the 25th if he ain't doing nothing. Have him shoot me a message on Messenger or whatever, and I'll save his name. And we'll see about doing that, because we got it uncut and unedited over here. And if YouTube or whatever them cut me off or whatever, fuck it. And that's why I don't have no sponsors, because I would not have no sponsor come up on here and try and tell me we can do whatever, but you got to stop cussing. Then you need to move around because I don't want your damn money. You're not running shit over here. So
no, he's a good guy. He a good fella, college educated, married. Got his own stuff. He's a big fella. That's why we call him Big Jolly. Seven, I don't know how big you are, but Jolly, he's 6'7", 350 pounds.
I ain't that big. God dang. Man, I'm like
having him send me a message on Messenger, and I add him till the 25th if he's not doing anything when we go at 6 o'clock. So
I'll let him know.
I'm gonna switch gears just for a little bit and ask this question: are preachers some of the biggest hustlers in the world? I just want to know, because we can, now I'm not saying all. I know some preachers that's taking in tithes and taking in this and that, and they doing some things in the community. I know some that's not doing anything. I think we mentioned this before with Seven or some, but I can't remember. We talked about it. I remember, I think his name is Joel Osteen in St. Louis, maybe not
No,
St.
he
Louis,
out of Houston.
out of Houston,
Yeah.
where they wouldn't let some of them come in his church, and there was another one up in in New Orleans. I forgot his name. That wouldn't let some of them come up in his church or whatever. But so my question to you guys: are they some big hustlers or what?
Woo, Wizzo. Them mega churches, that's all it is. It's all about the money. And that's what happened to the small churches in our communities, is because the mega churches, and they pour money into them. The government does. They pose a separation of church and state. There is no separation of church and state. The state is all up in the church business, and churches back in the day, they used to help the people of the community. They don't do that no more. Them preachers, most of them, they banking all of their congregation. I'm not saying all of them. I have an uncle that's a pastor, been a preacher for a long time. I know he's not like that because he's struggling, and he's been preaching for 30, 40 years. But them ones, they see it all the time. You know what? I have a story for you. This preacher, my best friend, his brother, the preacher was counseling his wife, and the preacher was telling them that they shouldn't have sex until they're getting married. Not his wife, his fiance, leading up until their marriage, telling her don't have sex. Then come to find out, he banging the fiance.
I knew you was finna say that.
Yeah, the preacher telling her not to have sex with him, but the preacher, who is married himself, banging her, ended up getting her pregnant. And then he divorced his wife and married her. Yeah, they scandalous, man.
Man,
I'm not saying
right
all of them, but a majority of them, all it takes is one to make most look bad. And another person, TD Jakes, his time coming to an end, all of his stuff coming. It is. He's a faker too.
Now, Rico, before you say something, now Rico, now you didn't hit a nerve because you know people love some TD Jakes. They want to go to his church all the time. Now,
my wife included, watch him every Sunday. Yeah. All that stuff coming out about him. Look, I'm telling you, look at that. Look at this. She was like, it ain't true. It ain't. I was like, oh, you go out. Man, look, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's fire.
And let me say this, and then let Severin go on and say something. You know, Quevlo Dollar told his congregation that he needed this new jet so he could go on and get to wherever. And I think I lost research on it a long time ago, but I think they wound up buying him another jet. So we talk about our preachers, the real hustlers and whatever. So,
oh man, yeah. They are. They scam artists. But the thing about it, man, they can only do that to sheep. Sheep people are basically whoever follows what they just follow what's being said. You want to know who sheep? The quickest way to find out, when you come off a plane and you walk out, anybody that don't stop to look where they're going, they're just following people. They have no idea. They're just following the person in front of them.
I've seen that shit.
They do it.
I come off that plane. I look where I'm going. I've seen that.
Get way down. Talking about this is not what I'm supposed to now, because you're just following the person in front of you. You're not reading for yourself, and it's too many people go through life just like that, believing these preachers. Man, I believe in the high spirit, but I'm not going into a church unless it's my uncle's church because I know him.
Right, Seven. What you got on it, Seven?
I think a lot of people are under the misconception that you need to go to church to find God. I think that's where a lot of people are lost at. Yep. And when you go to church under the pretenses to find God, you really start to worship somebody else. That's why that person is standing up on the altar. Altars are meant to be held sacrifices and stuff like that. People really don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't study anything at all. They don't study deep meanings and things. They don't study the origin of anything. You know what I'm saying? So when you get into that type of stuff and you don't study the origin of things, you end up becoming lost. When I was a child, my grandma told me something that it never even left my mind, but I think about this shit every day. She told me the strongest demons are in the church. And as I started growing up and I was going to church and stuff like that, I started seeing more and more how church is evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, people up there, they think going to church is all about how you dress, and a lot of pastors tell their people to dress their best for Sunday. And you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of pastors now telling people to come as they are, but you know, back in the day, they wasn't doing that type of stuff. Like, people are really like shallow in church, man. And it starts to become a point as to where people start to worship the pastor more than they start to worship God. So when you start to worship the pastor more than you worship God, it opens a doorway for a lot of slick motherfuckers to get into your head. You know what I'm saying? I know quite a few pastors who are ex-pimps. And when you know how to speak to the congregation, they all become your whores. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
That money out
bars.
and that's all a pimp know. They need that money, the tithes and the offerings.
Yep.
You know, I honestly believe that if a pastor is truly a pastor, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be broke. They gonna always be on hard times because they're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for the congregation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of pastors shouldn't even have a home. They should move around and stay with some of the people with their congregation to help them like that spiritually. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they should have a little bit of money, but they shouldn't be having something that's where a motherfucker have like 8 cars and a fucking jet. Where you going on a jet? Oh, that's crazy. I've heard people like when they interview some of these pastors, I heard the pastor say, "Oh man, God wanted me to be blessed like this." That's crazy, dog. You got a jet, and this niggas who can't even pay their rent in your church who helped you get the jet. That's insanity, man. You know what I'm saying? So it really gets to a point where I feel like people don't think, and that allows these people to feed on their energy like that.
Yep. Joel Osteen. That's why I know him, because he's out of Houston, and I live like my hometown is like an hour from Houston, so I've been hearing that name a long time. It was his dad. His dad, he wasn't even really into church like that, but his dad passed away, and when his dad passed away, they saw all of that money about to go away. So guess what he done? He became a preacher. That's how he became. He basically took over for his dad. Over his dad's congregation. He has huge mansions and private jets, and it's all tax free because they don't tax the church. So they all hustlers. That's all they doing. That's it.
Who trusts Joel Osteen? Do anybody look at how this nigga smile? You can tell a lot by nigga smile, bro.
Don't he look like he kind of evil, like behind them eyes?
He look like he could be the next Joker on Batman. Like this nigga looks sinister, bro. Nefarious.
Yes.
Damn. Goddamn checks and all that money in the bathroom and the wall. And like, bro, what the fuck? People still behind this nigga. I'm like, bro, this dude, we tweaking. He said the money was stolen. They found the money in the wall in the bathroom. It was never stolen. He hid the whole time. Like, goddamn, dog.
Yeah, I remember that right there. Shit. I remember that. Rico, what you got for us, man?
This is what I got. I want to know if there are any white men out there with courage, because I got a question for you. Why do you hate us so much? Because I want to know. Because please tell, I'm not going to be mad at you. I won't go and hold it again. But what do y'all talk about in y'all communities? If you can't come up with anything other, well, y'all are criminals and all this, that's just propaganda and things that you were told, because that's not true. You're more likely to be hurt by a white person than you would ever be by anybody from my race or another race. You just got to look at the statistics. Quit believing what people say. But what I want to know, tell me why. I mean, only thing I can come up with is that you're jealous because we are the superior being, and you really are inferior to us, your men and your women. So I want to know, please, some white person, comment or hit me up on TikTok, Riding with Rico, Facebook, same thing, YouTube, send me a message, because I really would like to speak. If we would speak, would you have one come on here, Wizzo, if they're willing to talk to us?
Yeah, I had several on here before. Yeah.
And talk to us about, like, why is it that you hate us so much? I just want to know.
They're not going to do it, but yeah, I'm more than welcome to invite them on here, but they're not going to do it. I mean, I've even invited people to say, hey, you can cut your camera off. You know, just use your voice. You know, if you want to be a coward like that or whatever, not be seen. But
yeah, that's what my question is. That's what I wanted to talk about. Why do you hate us so much? Like, what is it? Is it just the fact you're so jealous of us being the superior beings, or us being the first people, the women, or the mother of all the people? Like, what is it? I really would like to know. Also, what makes you so evil? Like, because y'all are savages. I'm sorry, but yeah, history says you're very violent and you do things that's just not common that most people would do to one another. If you can answer, any white man out there can answer that question for me, I would really appreciate it.
Seven, what you got on that? What they got against us?
One, I mean, you know what? I want to answer that question. I want to know, why do they hate us so much but love dogs so much? I don't understand. When white people will hate the shit out of some black people, but they will defend a dog with their life. It's the weirdest shit ever, bro. They be like, don't cut down these trees. and they hang people on the trees. Like, come on, man.
Like
God damn, shit is crazy. Like, it's like, bro, you value some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you destroy the earth anyway. So I don't even know why motherfuckers be talking about some don't knock down no trees. You know, the dog, like they love them some dogs, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Spoons and
now, they just value the dogs so much. It's weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking that's because the dogs was there to help them hunt back when they was out there in that cold environment and snow and shit. But you know, I wanna say this, bro. I honestly understand why they hate us so much, but I don't think a lot of them understand all the way why they hate us. But the sun don't love them, bro. You see what I'm saying? The sun don't love them like it love us, bro. We come with so many different attributes that they admire, and their admiration slowly turns into jealousy, which turns into hate. They don't have that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you pay attention just to history, bro, white people don't create anything, but if given enough time, they can mimic any goddamn thing. Justin Timberlake showed us that. Nigga, when he first came to the scene, this motherfucker started Justin Timberlake. Singing and dancing. I'm like, this nigga been around some black people. Post Malone, this nigga been around some black people. Whenever white people get the opportunity to study, you know what I'm saying, black people, they're taking there. Adele, like, bro, she sing with so much soul. I didn't even know that was a white woman until I seen one of her music videos. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a black lady when she first came out. I'm like,
I think one better than that. Elvis Presley, who all of you love.
Come on, man.
A black man taught him his exact style of singing, his dancing, and all of that. Jesse something, I can't think of his name.
Bro, listen,
his whole style. When I saw the black man perform, and Elvis so used to do that TV show, late night TV show. He was on that show. He's like, I wrote all the Elvis songs, and I taught him how to do this, and I taught him how to do that.
Yeah.
So they love it. They created was the patent office so they could steal our stuff. That's what they created, patents. They created patents.
Yeah. Seven said that, but go ahead, Seven.
No, I was asking what he's saying. They love Elvis so much, but I tell you one thing, you ain't hear not a goddamn white person talk about that Elvis movie that came out a few years ago when they were saying they got all his shit from black people.
I didn't see that.
White person talk about that movie. That's why. Nigga, they want to talk about that motherfucking movie.
It's the truth. They don't want no truth. They don't like facts. Facts, no, they don't like.
When you tell them rock and roll came from black people, nigga, they don't want to believe any of that shit. When you tell them that we created the guitar from the drum, nigga, everything started from us. They don't want to hear that shit because to them, they want to be able to say that they created something, but they don't. They're just mimickers. Right. So that's what we really got to look at when it comes to that culture. Like I said, like everything is about culture. We really don't dive into culture because I feel like a lot of black people feel we don't have our own culture when we really do. Everything out here that's popular is our shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone steals our culture. Everything.
From the light bulb to the goddamn mailbox, man, it's made by black people. So it's like people don't understand anything because it's been taken from them. And if you don't have the mindset to go out and find it yourself, right? Which I was given gratefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I wasn't given it, I'd be just like every other motherfucker out here not knowing. But we live in the age of information, and you should be able to, you could acquire anything. But people don't even know where to even start looking up. People don't know what to say to the internet. They don't know how to word it. They don't know anything or how to even like present it to the internet to even get these answers, bro. So it's really crazy because we got to understand that anything that these white people love, 9 times out of 10 came from black people, bro. And that's why they hate us because what do they have? Chocolate, nigga. Like white people love but we made chocolate. Fuck about that, nigga. Chocolate will fuck you up. Like people don't like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like people had a misconception that chocolate is brown and vanilla is white. Nigga, vanilla is black and chocolate starts off as white. Motherfuckers don't even know that.
They don't even know that. Yeah.
So it's like, man.
And I'll tell you this right here about the white man hating us and why they hate us so much. They may hate us, but guess what? I just think some of them show trying to get up in some of that dark chocolate pussy. You know, I'm just saying. They trying to give it to a black woman in a minute to go and get on over there. That's why they were sneaking back in the day and shit like that. out there trying to get on over there to it, you know. So
motherfuckers want strong offspring. Right now it's something so deep going on that people don't even see or understand what's being presented to them, bro. It's the race war has become so potent, bro. These niggas know that they getting fucked up by their world in general, like the environment, the sun fucking them up, the weather fucking them up, right? So now they trying to reproduce through our people, thinking that's the only way they can survive.
It's white women online talking about it.
Right, nigga. I seen videos of
black men so that they can have melanin in their skin so they can survive for the future. They want to have black kids, bro, because they can't survive in the future.
It's been videos of rich white dudes sitting there at a table around black women, telling them black women, the little models, the sexy little models, right? These old rich white dudes sitting at a table with them talking about we want your uteruses.
We want to buy your. I seen that. We want to buy your stem cells and all of that.
Yeah,
like,
all that.
We believe the key to eternal life lies within you. Yeah.
And we out here walking around with this shit, man. Melanin. Man, they be having whole conferences about the power of melanin, bro. And we out here, we don't know about it. But and then we got so many kids that come up missing, nigga. They can take the melanin out of your skin.
Getting it from?
I already know. That's what I'm saying.
Melanin is like $1,000 an ounce. Any black person don't realize they walking around with millions of dollars on their skin.
Bro, they literally put melanin in computer chips.
Yeah,
you can look that shit up.
It's powerful. Yeah, and that's why our people don't know who they are because it's being taken out of school and what society see. You see black people struggling, black people this, and they don't have anything. We're poor, so they get it's an entrapment into their mind that hey, we ain't shit. You know what I mean? When you are everything, all you got to do is just put your mind to it and try just a little bit and watch how easy things come to you. All you got to do is try, our people. That's it.
Man, I'm gonna put this out here. This is gonna sound kind of dark, but I want y'all to Google how much black people eyes and different body parts go for on the black market. Oh, wow. You're gonna start to see some crazy fucking numbers, man. Eye, heart, uterus.
They want the black organs. Yeah, they want the black organs. I'm telling you, man. When I saw Get Out, I said, I guarantee you, somebody they trying to do that. They want to take that white mindset and put into a black body. They trying to do that. Yeah.
The movies have shown us that when we see it on the movie that it's real shit. You know, they've shown us that time and time again. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna look that up.
Now, cause bro, I'm for real. Like, bro, black organs go for a lot of money, and you gotta start to think, wow, all these black kids come up missing. You don't hear about no black old motherfuckers coming up missing. They want them young black organs, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And when that type of shit start to come out, most motherfuckers start to come up missing. And that's why they don't talk about that. Why you think that little Epstein Island list came up missing and shit, man? They don't want motherfuckers knowing what's going on over there. Niggas drinking blood and all this shit, bro. It's so deep because all them niggas is in that shit. That Pizzagate shit was just the beginning. When they bust that shit open, motherfuckers was getting scared.
You say Pizzagate? What is that?
Hell yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Hey, baby, that shit came out like 3 years ago, man. Pizzagate was like when the rich people had these parties and shit, and they be talking about something, they ordering pizza. Depending on the type of pizza was what they was ordering, little girls or little boys and shit like that.
Wow.
I think they said cheese pizza was a little girl, sausage pizza. I think the pepperoni pizza was a girl, sausage was a boy, or it was some crazy shit, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy. I ain't see that shit.
What? I don't know about Pizzagate. That shit
I never heard of that.
Nigga, that shit was all over the news, bro. They was talking about pizza restaurants and how some of these pizza restaurants really was motherfucking holding kids and shit.
No, I've seen. I know they taking little black kids because they want their organs. They want to take that melanin out of their skin. Like, where else are they getting melanin from? Like, where is it coming from? Like, where? Like, I'm gonna have to look that up because. But it was. Did you see in the news the other day where a woman was being nosy and she looked in the back of a
that truck found them kid body parts.
All them kids' bodies.
Oh yeah.
That she found, and a few days later, they found her ass cut up with a note on her, told her mind your MF and business.
I saw that. Yep. I say, damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that.
But this is the reason why we really got to teach our kids how to use weapons, though. Honestly, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like, man, we need to teach them how to use guns, knives, all that shit. Because at the end of the day, man, your child is less likely to be taken. I feel like every little kid need to have an iPhone.
Right.
But you need to teach them how to control their emotions and how to respect life first. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like every little kid should at least have a little knife. You know what I'm saying? When you come out here to the country and you see these white people and their kids at least got a little knife on them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for some bushcraft and shit, like they allow their kids to carry that kind of shit so they can respect it. You know what I'm saying? A person will be less likely to try to steal your child if they know that your child knows how to cut the artery on the inside of a motherfucker's thigh to make them bleed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. So, but we're gonna get ready to get on out. You know, I just wanted to talk about a whole little old minute. Let me let you guys go and give a little closing, and we're gonna get up out of here. Rico, you want to go ahead and give a little closing?
I sure do. Hey, again, follow me, Riding with Rico, TikTok, Facebook, on YouTube, and I'm from the podcast If Relationships Could Talk. That's on all the major platforms. And before I go, I want to talk to the men. Like, men, we really have to get back to being men, because there are times coming where your family, your children, and all are going to depend on you. They're going to need you, and you're going to need to be their protector, their provider, everything a man is supposed to do. So whatever you need to do to get in that state of mind, please start doing that right now, because times are coming that are going to get bad and even worse in our communities.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. All right there, Rico. Sam, what you got?
I'm just gonna write off Rico back and say, man, listen, man, the brothers out here, man, we really need to understand and get back to the principles of being a warrior, and understand that warrior doesn't just mean destroy, but to preserve life. You know what I mean? And the sisters need to understand too that even back in the old days, man, some of the greatest warriors were women, man, on the battlefield, pregnant, slaying motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, we all got to be able to reach one, teach one, and we all need to be able to protect each other. It's even harder for a man to be able to protect a woman when she don't even understand how to handle a weapon. You know what I mean? Like even when you see back in the days, a man to be out in the field with that gun looking for the enemy, but the woman to be on that porch with the rifle, having his back, giving him that cover fire. And I think that we all need to get back into that mentality, whether it's a weapon or whether it's knowledge. We all need to cover each other's back. You know what I mean? So, man, we gotta, hey, man, ready up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's with a weapon or with knowledge, bro, because the war is already here.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Rico, I know you got a break. I ain't got just gonna say on this right here with Seven. Seven, I thought Mark was going to be up in the comments, so I'm going to save what I had for you and for him for the next time, because he didn't come on this time, because I don't want to tell you ahead of time. I want to save it so when he come on, so he can go and do that. But other than that, y'all, it was just I appreciate you guys. We just want to come on, just chop it up a little bit, just voice our opinion on something, talk a little shit on Wizzo Talk. It's uncut, it's unedited, unrehearsed, all that unshit all at once. And I appreciate you guys taking the time, come out, and just remind my viewers out there, whether you're watching it now live or you're watching it later, it's 100% free, absolutely free. To like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to Wizzo Talk 8972 on YouTube. The link is in the description. You want to check out some of Wizzo Talk merch? The link is in the description. I appreciate y'all. And until the 13th, I believe it is, when we come back on another topic, we will see you then. This is Paul Wizzo. I'll let you boy.
Bliss.